Now, the royal family were in shock yesterday as news broke of Prince and Princess Michael of Kent's son-in-law. He was found dead. Royal editor Russell Myers joins me now. It was a real shock, wasn't it? And really, really sad news for the whole family. I mean, they've had such a lot of bad news recently, and this on top of it all.
Yeah, very much so, Lorraine. Good morning. You know, very, very busy day in Royal Land yesterday, and the shocking news that Thomas Kingston had passed away at the weekend at just 45, found dead in a house in Gloucestershire. Thomas was married to Lady Gabriella Windsor, the daughter of Prince and Princess Michael of Kent. Of course, Prince Michael of Kent was the cousin of the late Queen, and Lady Gabriella very, very intertwined with the royal family, one of the favourite sort of relatives of the late Queen. She grew up pretty much side by side by Prince William. They were famous friends all throughout their childhood, and very, very devastating news, not only for Thomas's family, but the King and Queen sending a message via Buckingham Palace yesterday saying that their thoughts and prayers with the family, and just very, very, very sad news.
No, it really is. And a lot of people have said, you know, we had this thing of Prince William pulling out of the memorial service at the very last minute for his godfather. And a lot of people, Russell, have speculated that maybe the two events were related. But what do you know?
Well, certainly the rumour mill was in overdrive yesterday. Prince William pulled out at the very, very last minute for a memorial service for King Constantine, who's the late monarch of Greece. And, you know, he was supposed to give a reading at this Windsor Castle ceremony, but I'm told it was just for personal reasons. It wasn't anything to do with Lady Gabriella's loss. Again, Kensington Palace sort of potentially muddying the waters a little bit by saying, you know, they wouldn't get into any details, whether it was to do with the Princess of Wales. We know that she's obviously been in hospital in recent weeks. She's recovering at home. But it isn't to do with Kate as well, I'm told. It was just you know, something that came up. I mean, all our kids are ill at the moment, aren't they? So possibly he was looking after the children. But one good thing from the palace is that they did say Kate is still recovering well. So a good and welcome update on Kate's health.
No, that is very good. Going back to that memorial service, though, Prince Andrew was very much front and centre of that. I mean, he was kind of leading the firm there, wasn't he, of all of them coming in behind him?
Well, it was. I mean, as sure as night as follows day. I mean, you could have well imagined Andrew would have put himself front and centre. We didn't have the King there at such an important event. Of course, he's still undergoing cancer treatment weekly at a London hospital. Prince William pulling out at the last minute. And now Prince Andrew finding himself, as you say, front and centre of the royal pack. I mean, you look at the video of him walking to church, sort of kind of grinning, just doing a little jig to get himself to the front. It was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, this was a very solemn event. The family would have obviously known Lady Gabriella's news as well. All the world's media were there. And I think when Prince Andrew is doing these sort of things, people are asking questions of, you know, where on earth is his common sense? He must know that people are going to be looking at him and sort of criticising him for it. And of course, we know the sort of litany of allegations that have been put to Prince Andrew, denying them all, of course, but it's just not a good look, I think.
No, it is not. And actually, to be honest, I mean, I know it's all protocol and all the rest of it. Princess Anne, his big sister, she should have been at the front. I mean, she's the one that does all the blinking work anyway. She's doing all the heavy lifting at the moment, along with Camilla. So, yeah, that would have been much more fitting, I would have thought. Now, an interesting day for Prince Harry. There's a deadline this morning that actually is very important for his future.
Well, there is. It's going to be a huge day. I mean, he's going to have a decision, hopefully in the next hour, at the High Court. Harry has had a long and protracted legal case against the Home Office, taking the British government to court about the decision to strip away his UK taxpayer-funded security when he is back home. And the issues for Harry is he's saying he can't bring his wife and children to the UK. He doesn't feel safe here. The fact that when he left the royal family of his own volition, he should be able to pay for that, given he's earning tens and tens of millions of dollars in the corporate world. But unhappy with the decision by the Metropolitan Police and the British government, he took them to court. And absolutely unprecedented sense of events. Could Harry be facing a big legal bill once again? If he loses the decision, we're going to find out in the next hour. So certainly a lot of people will be watching and waiting to see what happens.
They certainly will. Russell, thank you for bringing us up to date. What a strange time it is for the royal family, isn't it? It's like they're all falling like ninepins. It's utterly bizarre. Thank you very much for your insight. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Lorraine.